Are you the generational curse breaker like Joseph? So his bloodline was filled with deception. So if you look at Abraham, when Abraham went to another land, he told the men there that his wife was his sister. Then his son, Isaac, when he goes to another land, he also does the same thing and says that his wife is his sister. They were both afraid that because they were both beautiful women, that the other men would want to kill them and to go after their women. So that's why they lied. So Isaac's son, second son, Jacob, was also deceitful. So he deceived his father, Isaac, about who he was. He lied, saying he was his older brother because he wanted to inherit the blessing that was handed down from Abraham. So he deceived them there. Then also deception in his wife's bloodline. So when Jacob's in a new land, he falls in love with Rachel. And back then it was usually the oldest daughter would marry off, and it was rarely that the youngest daughter would get married first. So Jacob fell in love with Rachel, and the potential father-in-law at the time was like, hey, if you work for me for 7 years, I'll let you marry her. So he worked for her for 7 years. And when it came to after the wedding night, it was the older sister Leah who was in his bed and not Rachel. So the father-in-law tricked him, and he had to work for him another 7 years to be able to marry Rachel. So deception again in that bloodline. Then eventually he has children with Leah, and then he only has one child with Rachel. And that child is Joseph. So Joseph's brothers deceive him and end up selling him to be a slave. The brothers basically took Joseph's robe, and they had slaughtered a goat. And so what they did is they dipped it in the blood and gave it to their father, Jacob, and was like, here, this is what we found. So again, deception again. And the generational curse breaker was finally Joseph, because Joseph had a pure heart. So if God called you to break generational curses, so that whatever is in your bloodline ends with you. It's a huge calling. So what generational curses are you freeing your bloodline from? Drop them in the comments.